Welcome, agents, to Strain 30-SHC. For some reason, I have that in my notes wrong. Of the 0 Point Report, a broadcast all about the news surrounding the Secret World IP. Today is Thursday, October 22nd, 2020, and I am your host for this evening, Ocho. With me tonight, we have Jimmy the Rabbit.
Hey-o.
We have Ember.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey. And joining us tonight, we have special guest, Blodwedd Mallory.
Hey there.
Hey.
Thanks for having me back.
Oh, anytime. Always glad to have you on the show. How are you doing this fine evening?
I am doing just dandy. Although I'm hopelessly standing in Agartha looking for you. Where are you?
Oh, I'm by myself. I don't know where Wait a minute.
I can tell by the screen Ember's still logging in, so
I don't think we met up or anything.
Just the professional operation.
I'm doing dandy. Thank you.
I'll meet up on you.
Okay.
To start that off.
We'll just pretend that's on purpose. We bring the show to you.
I see ya.
Yay. I don't have a Halloween costume on. I have my Hard Cleft costume on tonight.
Okay. And yes, the reason why we brought Blodwedd Mallory on the show tonight is because she has a new novel coming out, currently in pre-order, if I'm not mistaken. Blodwedd, how about you go ahead and tell us all about it?
Sure thing. Well, this is the continuation of Wedd's story. In the series, there's 4 main novels, as we were talking about earlier, and then there's a prequel novel that's been available since January. I had intended to finish this book, to have it out by May, and then COVID-19 hit, and so it took me a little bit longer. But this is the continuation of Wedd's story, and it kind of traverses the Savage Coast area of the book, or excuse me, of the story mission. And so it takes us forward into the whole discussion of what was it in the Lady Margaret? What was that shiny thing that was dragged out of the ocean? And how does she, figure it out and start to chase it down? And then, of course, she comes across those pesky morning light, too. So it's kind of a combination of those stories.
Okay. And just to go back a couple of steps here. Of course, you basically are an author of books the series is the Unofficial Legends of the Secret World.
Yep, that's right.
And so basically they are books that basically tell your character's adventures and the basically some of the missions that we play throughout the course of the game, but in a more novelized approach. Exactly.
Yep. The idea was to give people another way to get into the Secret World universe. In the hopes originally, I know I've told you this, guys, several times, but hopefully for folks that might be listening for the first time, I love this game. I've been playing it since the original beta, and I think all of us that do love it kind of feel some sorrow that more people don't know about it. And so I thought to myself, I'd really like to put this out into a format that folks who might not be inclined to play a video game could find, and maybe by virtue of the stories, they would take an interest in the video game and come check it out for themselves.
It's true. I do kind of think that we are sort of ambassadors, if you will, to the Secret World universe.
Indeed, you guys particularly. You keep the heart and soul together by letting us all know what's going on.
I just gotta get on my bike and start going door to door.
Hey, have you heard?
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Secret World Legends?
That's right.
I don't know about you guys if this is just my own audio problem, but I can hardly hear Jimmy. I hear you and Ember just fine, Ocho, but I can hardly hear Jimmy, excuse me.
Oh.
Can you hear me okay? Mikey?
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah.
Huh.
Must be me. Okay, so sorry, Jimmy. You
Okay.
might have to give me hand signals if you're talking to me. Not that hand signal. Yeah. So at any rate, I just to continue the story, I sat down and I wrote it, and then I was like, well, okay, I want to do something with this. I thought, I'll write Funcom and ask them if they'll let me do this. And
Yeah.
lucky for me, they were very gracious and agreed that I could write these stories and have permission to use their IP. And there's arrangements so that if this becomes wildly successful and I make a ton of money, that also will go back to them.
Okay. But for the most part, they turned around and they were like, yeah, sure. Why not?
Seriously, it sort of shocked me how gracious they were and how willing to even consider it. So I've been very thankful.
Because usually a lot of places they'd be like, we only work with certain authors and writers, so you have to go with our other team to actually start that process. Generally,
I think the games have their own in-house, or contractual sort of relationships with professional authors. And of course, I've been a writer professionally for many years, but not a book writer, right? I've been a project manager and a newspaper writer and a magazine editor, but I've never written a novel before. I wrote To Sir with Love back in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sort of, my present to myself to actually prove to myself I could write a novel. And then once I did, I was like, uh-oh, what am I going to do now? So then I decided to become an independent book publisher too, apparently.
So, yes, this is, you said To Sir with Love. That was your first novel.
Mm-hmm.
Then you came out with
London Underground, which continued Wed's story and talked about her initiation into the Templars and told a few of the old missions around the London area that we may or may not see in game anymore. I can't remember. You definitely had them in Secret World. I don't know about Secret World Legends. Definitely one of them is available in Secret World Legends. You can pick it up right outside of Agartha at near the what the heck did they call that thing? Where all the missions sit, the mission console, I guess. And then in the third novel, it went to Dead in the Water, which is, of course, a story that talks about the Polaris and Kingsmouth and all the events leading up to Polaris. In the fourth novel, I decided to write a story that was based on the dragon and a male protagonist, and specifically go down into the Hell dimensions. And in this fifth novel, we're back in Wed's point of view, and the story is continuing to, the pursuit of the shiny thing.
Isn't that what it's all about? The pursuit of the shiny.
Ever and ever shinier.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you also have a prequel novel, or a prequel short story, I guess, that you put out.
Yeah.
That's just all about the Black House as well.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to, write a very short story that I could use as they're called reader magnets in the industry, which is kind of, I don't know, a little too on the nose. But bottom line is, I wanted to write a very short story that I could give away to anybody who was interested in kind of seeing the style of the writing or the way that the story sort of unfolds, to get a taste of things before they sort of invest in this series. And so the Black House seemed like a perfectly good mission to tell, because it is sort of an encapsulated story in itself, and it certainly has high drama, and actually is perfect for this time of year. So if you haven't gotten your copy of the Black House and you'd like one, just go to bloodwedmallory.com, sign up for the newsletter, and you'll get a link to download it for free.
There you go. And the rest you could also find on Amazon as well.
Yeah, you can, if you prefer, pay for it and get it on your Kindle for 99 cents.
There you go. So, and there's also many formats around. You've got an omnibus that has a couple of the first ones in there.
Yep, the omnibus has the first 3 books collected. And the idea was, I guess, at one point, when I don't know if more ambitious is the right word, but I had thought perhaps if I was ever prolific enough to write a set of Illuminati stories and a set of Dragon stories, that I would collect them into Illuminati and Dragon omnibus as well. But I'm a ways away from that yet. Although, 5 books ain't nothing.
No, yeah, it's certainly 5 more than I've ever decided to write.
Well, yeah, it sort of shocks me because it's 5 more than I ever expected to write. I think.
Yeah, okay.
Fair to say.
Very cool. Very cool. And I heavily suggest going and checking out all of them if you have the chance. And this is one of the perfect times of year to sit down and read them. We have both Vomer and Kailani in our chat saying that they both agree they like the physical books.
Need something in their hands.
In your hands.
And Hard Cleft will in fact have a physical paperback available again. I can't put it up pre-order because Amazon, as soon as you hit publish, it's right out there. So I can't actually hit publish on that aspect until the ebook goes live. So sometime on the 29th or maybe the 30th, depending on where you are in the world, that should become available for purchase.
Nice. That was gonna be our next question. Is when is it all available? Because it's currently in pre-order.
Yeah, pre-order till next Thursday.
Okay.
So I totally invite anybody who is interested in supporting this or reading it to get out there and pre-order your copy. I have topped my previous record. I've got a few more pre-orders than I've ever had before, which is really exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm happy about it.
Hopefully we could help to throw a couple of more on there too.
That would be awesome. And you guys are always so supportive of me. I just so appreciate it.
Well, of course.
So ask me about my outfit here.
You're currently wearing a green tie-dye shirt and jeans and a black backpack. Sure. What is going on with your outfit?
So,
I had to go hang out with the hippies in Kingsmouth. So I had to be, undercover. So this is my undercover outfit for hanging out with Che and Cassie and Moonbeam and some other hippies out there at the Morning Light Camp.
One of the safest places in Kingsmouth to be.
Right behind the wards.
I mean, yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get out of there or go towards the underpass.
Safe always being subjective. Yes,
right. It's funny because it's a
relative term.
I always try to get a cold beta reader, right? Somebody who's never read any of the books before, so that they can kind of read for me to see if a new reader is completely lost.
Okay.
And my current newbie is a librarian, actually from Wyoming. And she was reading it and she's like, I don't understand this. Like, in some ways, this seems like, a godforsaken hell, zombies everywhere, people dying left and right, and you're camping in the woods. It's true.
Like,
I am.
Yes.
Why not?
There's wards.
Yeah. Well, I think
exactly. I see. Welcome to Secret World. Yeah. No doubt.
Weren't they camping in the woods prior?
Yeah, that's actually some of the fun sometimes. So the challenge is to try to explain why some things are the way they are.
True.
Obviously I don't have any bat phone to Ragnar. I can't just call him up and ask him, why did you decide to do this?
Weren't they camping prior to the fog?
I assume they were, yes. That part of that they got stuck there just like everyone else.
Yep, they talk about, that they were coming through and the fog rolled in.
Yeah, so I think they were just camping before, right? They're not like they planned to camp during zombie apocalypse.
I think you're probably right about that they kind of got trapped there with the rest of the crew. And now I can hear you. Hello, yay!
Yeah, so I figured out what's happening is you're apparently not hearing audio through StreamYard. So if I push the talk through Discord, you can hear me.
Oh, okay.
That would do it, yeah.
Thank goodness my microphone is smart enough that I don't have to push to talk or to be nothing but trouble.
Well, you don't push a talk through StreamYard. Like, I can't push talk through StreamYard, but I do through Discord.
Okay, well,
but I wasn't because everyone else just hears me through StreamYard usually.
Yeah.
now I figured it out.
Thank you for helping me, because I was like, I can't read lips this small.
Such tiny lips.
Right down in the corner of my monitor here. So, at any rate, but yeah, that's the story. That's how we got here, and where we go next is totally dependent on COVID-19 and people's interest in reading more.
Yeah, it's a lot of people are spending a lot of time at home, so you would think
we still are.
I know, yeah, they still are, but I mean, podcasts have dipped because no one's really driving. That's what a lot of people did, podcast listening. But reading should be taking an uptick, though.
Yeah, you would think so, and certainly, I just did a promo with a bunch of other urban fantasy horror authors. You learn when you're trying to do independent publishing to kind of work together because you don't have a big publishing house doing it all for you. And I ran a promo on the Black House, right, to introduce it in the context of other writers writing similar things. And I had about 120 people sign up to get it. So that was really exciting. And it's not over yet. That's going to run through the end of the month. Yeah. Yeah. To date, I think that my total books sold is somewhere in the neighborhood of 600, 650.
Okay. Okay.
That's, it's not that much in the scheme of, J.K. Rowling. But for little old me, I'm pretty happy with it.
I think it's very respectable, yeah.
I spent a lot of time saying, well, that's not nothing. So, at any rate.
I would say they make good Christmas gifts.
I think they make fabulous Christmas gifts. Thank you for saying that.
I was just thinking about that. Like, you know what? I probably can... throw a few people's way.
We need to get back into the tradition of spooky stories at Christmas time.
Yeah, I mean, Santa Claus is pretty spooky in and of itself. He's watching you all the time. He knows whether or not. I mean, first of all, he's a giant perv. Secondly,
I was reading. What was I reading? I was reading something, and it was talking about Saint Nicholas, and it was how in like one of the councils of Nicaea or something along those lines, and it was like someone was bad mouthing Christ, and Saint Nicholas decided to take umbrage with him and assaulted him with his fists, and it's like wait a minute, like take a step back here. Are you telling me just Santa Claus just straight up punched a guy? Because
he's a big dude.
Yeah.
Did you not see him in oh god, what was that? What is the movie where Santa's like Russian with tats?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a kids movie.
What?
It's like a Jack Frost movie or something.
Oh, Varmer says Rise of the Guardians.
Rise of the Guardians. Santa, it's a kids movie, and Santa is has a Russian accent, and he's got tattoos. Like he's got sleeves.
Well, Santa's just Odin anyways, right? Oh, was I supposed to share that? That's like a spoiler.
Spoiler
alert.
I don't think. Okay, so that is a cool idea, but I don't think he is in Secret World because we saw him in TSW, right?
We did see him in TSW, yes.
Yep. No, we definitely did.
I don't think he was Odin-esque there, but I like the concept nonetheless. But I also just like the fact that he was, for whatever reason, Russian in Rise of Guardians. It's some kind of like Russian badass. You know,
like, I'm going to bring gifts to your house.
You'll have gifts.
Get over here.
I must break you.
There'll be some borscht.
Whoa.
Eat your borscht.
You don't normally see Santa Claus in that light, but sure.
Soviet Russia, you don't get presents. Presents get you.
Presents get you.
There you go. God, there's the horror story right there.
Right?
Beautiful. I see somebody's read some Jim Butcher. I just finished his book up myself, the latest one. It's good. I love Jim Butcher. I wish he wrote a series a little bit more frequently, but we can all hope that he's back on the saddle and going to give us the rest of the story.
Mm.
Yeah, don't you hate when like there's an author you like, but like you're just like, man, I hope they don't die before the next thing comes out.
Seriously.
Or they finish their series.
Yeah, it does happen.
There's a comic book I was following. This is years ago, and it's since finished. But it was very, like Secret World, like investigation-ish, almost like so many things were left dangling, or like just up in the air the whole time. Like the whole time you're reading it, it's all just unsolved things, and you're like, God damn! And then you have like health problems. From like, he went to like San Diego Comic-Con and shook too many hands and got horribly ill. Who, by the way, who knew shaking hands would get you sick, right? Like,
yeah, no one understands that. Yeah,
apparently cons are very famous for just causing people to get sick.
Well, you always get a con cred when you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So later, you're at home sick for a week.
So I was literally like very concerned that like he would not recover and get the answers to the goddamn questions in the book.
We're gonna put you in a bubble if you go to any more cons.
I think he skipped like one or two, and then when he did do another one, he stopped doing the shake hands thing, which is always like a little awkward because people like expect it, I guess. But you're like, look, it's not personal. I just don't want your germs.
Like
right when they're handing you their books or they want to stand and get a photo or whatever. Yeah, I imagine it's a challenge to get your social distancing at a con right now.
Well, I mean, now they're not happening. I would imagine after COVID, a lot of that might actually be easier. You know what I mean?
San Diego was going to go on. Did they cancel it? I don't know. I'm not.
I believe they have.
They did cancel it
for 2021.
Yeah.
It didn't happen for 2020. I know that. No one had Comic-Con in July of 2020. Like that didn't happen.
Right.
Everyone did online stuff. I'm pretty sure, like online panels.
I want to say one of the last ones that took place was it like Boston's? There was one conference like right before everything really shut down.
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to go to a writers' conference this week. I had decided I was going to do that back in like January, and I was like, yeah, no, not going to Vegas this week. Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to be on a plane, and I usually enjoy being on a plane because they'll serve you alcohol literally any time of day.
Well, so far, Comic-Con is still a go for 2021 in July 22nd to 25th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would. Well, everyone hopes that by then shit's a little more figured out.
It's best laid plans. Yeah, they're like, let's just plan for the future and just hope that everything is good by then. And if we have to cancel it again, we'll cancel it again.
Even if they manage to do it, you know that it's going to be far more. I would think like, if not the throngs of people might be somewhat the same, but I imagine the people be like they're going to be much more like, all right. You can be at a few feet distance, and I'm not going to shake your hand. You know what I mean? Like, I think that stuff will be more common going forwards, rather than like prior, you were seen as like an asshole, right?
It's like, oh, you don't want to shake hands? Well,
right, yeah.
Yeah, I think going forwards, it's going to be more normal to be like, oh no, that's okay.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Or we'll just start seeing more people wearing masks in public, just to be like, no, I'm wearing it.
Does anyone else just think it's like somewhat cool to just look like you're about to rob a place when you walk up in it?
Yeah, I love it.
Isn't that funny? If you have to go to the bank now, you're like, do I take off my mask or not?
I had to do that the other day. As I get in the car, I had to put on a mask before getting into the bank. I'm like, this just feels
weird.
odd.
Yeah, wearing a mask into the bank, and they're like, you have to, and you're like,
oh yeah, looking at the cameras on the way in, like, please don't shoot me.
Lenny says, "Don't hate me, but I don't wear masks." Lenny, I already hated you, but now I hate you even more.
Or you can wear a mask like these. You get it from I forget what's her name.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, from Etsy.
Oh, cool.
No,
if you got a mask, it might as well be stylish.
Exactly. Or you get a little.
My mother-in-law made
Princess Mononoke.
Oh, nice. My mother-in-law made one. It's just like a black bandana cloth. Like it's a mask, like she sewed it and everything, but the outside fabric is like looks like the black bandana like pattern with like skulls on it and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah. Any other year prior, you would look like I was about to go,
you're literally about to go rob
and or shoot somebody.
Right.
Very early on, I remember like when stuff started to happen, and you didn't even see people wearing masks. They hadn't really suggested them yet. That I wore one into our local grocery store, and I got to the front of the line, and the guy's like, "Wait, what's gonna happen here? Like, I suddenly have the Lone Ranger in line with me." I remember he specifically said, what is this about? It's like, just take my groceries.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's almost weird that it's weird here. I mean, I know like we drove off topic way far.
We did. Yeah.
It's all right. It's
a little bit.
It's everyday life now.
In Asia, like for decades, it's been way more common.
Oh yeah.
Sniffles, they wear a mask. Like that's just normal. Here,
it's common decency.
Yeah, here common decency is out the window. Here for decades,
my freedom.
Someone is sick with like the normal flu and a fever, and they're like on the subway, like sneezing without covering their face and all kinds.
Trying to touch as many surfaces as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. What doing this?
Well, no,
licking the pole.
Wasn't that like a basketball player that actually did that?
There was a basketball player who purposefully shook hands. Yeah.
No, the one guy like went up and like touched all the mics on the interview thing on purpose, like he thought he was being funny. And because
he might have been a Utah Jazz player, even
screwing around. And then it turned out like, oh, he did test positive for COVID, and then like everyone had COVID all of a sudden. It was like, oh well,
yeah, well, there you go.
Like coughed on everything and touched it on purpose because he thought you were being funny.
Yeah, I have a terrible memory of that being actually a Utah Jazz player because I'm, as you guys probably remember, I'm in Utah, so I think that it was.
You're like, I remember because it was right next door.
Yeah. Yet another blight on the reputation of Utah. Any rate.
Well, that's interesting. Tom said the factor of our cultural social distancing, though, most Asian cultures have a much smaller personal space normally, so masks took off. I would say I would agree with you, but it depends where in the U.S. because at least, especially when I lived in California, you have lots of people that are not from California in California, and they have no frame of reference of personal space. So you have this mix of like people that like want space, like that have like normal, like almost like rural idea of like space is like, yo, if I'm in line with you, like I'm like hands distance from you. And then you have other people that are literally like up on your back.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, excuse me. I usually ask people to buy me dinner first.
And it depends on how I feel like. I usually make them very uncomfortable. If they're like right up on me, I'll lean back and go, ugh.
Oh no!
I do found this that, to be fair, this area has a fairly Appalachian culture ethos still, where shotgun range is too close. I like that. We should go back to shotgun range. If I can fire bird shot out of the shotgun and it hurts when it hits you, you are too close.
Too close.
The true 6 feet distancing.
If it merely pelts you, then that's fine. If it breaks the skin, then it's your own damn fault. You're too close.
Hey, we're all wearing masks, and we'll be able to tell who you are anyway.
Yeah. And it's a great thing also, if you're worried about facial ID and being picked out in the crowd.
You know what's fun? Okay, speaking of that, I actually got ID for buying alcohol, which I think is funny considering I turned 40 this year. but
wear it proudly, Jimmy. Wear it proudly.
What's funny on top of that is that I got carded with a mask, and they don't make you pull your mask down.
Right. Here's my ID. Well, what do you look like? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm wearing a hat, glasses, and a mask.
You can see what this is, right? But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny, and it's also the local place I go to literally every week. Literally every week I go there, and every week I think I've bought enough to not have to go the next week, and I'm always wrong, and I have to go the next week again.
Now you're making me feel bad. I have not had a drink since March.
So in March, where I am, the liquor store is state run. So when everything got shut down, the liquor store shut down. So the day before the shutdown, I went there along with the rest of the town.
With everybody.
That must have been
a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I will tell you what was really surprising about that was how nice everyone was. Everyone was actually really, really chill in the liquor store. Everyone was all conversing. This was really before the distancing and stuff really kicked in too. No one was wearing a mask or any of that crap. But we just knew everything was going to be shut down. So everyone was there picking up their stuff. And I knew it might be a while. I wasn't sure how long. So I bought a shit ton of margarita. I think 8 bottles or something of premix and 4 bottles tequila or something
and then that lasted a week.
No, well, even then it barely lasted till when they reopened. With me drinking once a week, it still barely lasted till when they reopened, because they didn't reopen for a couple of months.
No, I remember that because I live right across the river from Pennsylvania, and we have once you come in on the bridge over to where we are, there's a liquor store right when you come over the bridge, and then there's a liquor store right before you leave. So we've got liquor stores on both sides of the highway, specifically kind of to, for Pennsylvania residents, kind of. And right, yeah, when all this started, the lines in those liquor stores were ridiculous. And they stayed that way too, because once the liquor stores in PA shut down,
they were shut down for a couple of months, easy.
that pretty much, the liquor stores around here were just scrambling to fill that demand.
Yeah,
it was interesting times. It was interesting times for sure.
People started going to other states. I forget where it was. It was is it West Virginia or Ohio? Someone one of the states made a law that you had to have an in-state ID to purchase, because they were getting too many people from the other state. And because the people's lockdown rules were different, you were end up cross-starting cases, right? Because people come from one area that's not locking down as much into another area that is locking down, but still had their store open. So they actually made a law that you had to have an ID from that state to buy.
I'm surprised they don't have cops parked at the state line checking people's trunks.
I found the picture to claim
the old rum runner days in the 20s.
Right?
Prohibition.
Yeah, Utah also has a state liquor store, and the problem is there's like 5 of them in the whole of Salt Lake City proper. So the number of people that actually go there to get anything in any given time of day is huge, and masks get a kind of mixed reception. So haven't wanted to brave that. I'm making wine at home instead. So now it'll only be 2 years till I can have a drink. But hey, the must is bubbling away in my kitchen as we speak.
Varmer mentions that they don't know about the alcohol, but they know the people got their fireworks from Pennsylvania. Oh yes, many fireworks. Actually, I just earlier tonight I heard a couple fireworks go off. They don't stop. They just haven't stopped.
I learned that comes like moving out here from California is that apparently you don't need any reason to shoot off fireworks.
Nope. It's a weekend. It's a Thursday night. Sure, why not?
No reason for fireworks, and almost no reason at all for cakes. I'm like, holy shit! What the hell?
Like, you gotta have a cake.
What do you need this 2-tier cake for? Yeah,
people get like decorated cakes for like literally any excuse of an occasion.
I wanted some dessert.
It's amazing.
I'm used to like cakes for birthday and weddings, like that's it. And out here, like at least where we are, like holy crap.
So, well, speaking of celebrating, one of the reasons why we are in Secret World, of course, tonight, having our show and celebrating the way we are, is because we have the return of Samhain has come to the Secret World.
Sorry, I'm just gonna laugh every time I hear Samhain. Samhain.
Samhain.
It is Mr. Samhain.
Samhain.
Esquire.
Oh, supernatural.
Samhain. Samhain, Samhain, Halloween, whatever you call it.
There you go.
Whatever you prefer to call it. We are celebrating it here in the Secret World, starting October 13th and going on through November 12th. Samhain has returned, and that includes, of course, a daily login reward, which didn't start until October 15th.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't the date get pushed?
It got pushed to November 12th. It was originally November 10th. It got pushed to November 12th. Because when they started it up, the login didn't exactly start for the first couple of days.
So that it was basically, if you recall, Equinox did not have login rewards.
Right. Yes.
Yes. Same problem. They just actually fixed it this time.
Did I think I may have told you guys this last year, the dorky factoid about Samhain and why it's really cool that the Secret World actually keeps the the event happening until after the actual day of Halloween. Did I talk to you guys about that? Because Samhain, at least based on some traditions, goes to the full moon or goes to the full moon in Taurus, which usually happens the first week of November.
And so it's good that this goes well into November.
Yeah, well, it shows that it's not a Americanized sort of version of Halloween, but rather an older tradition that comes out of some of the myth and folklore of the European continent, which I love.
So this year they didn't add anything new as far as any missions or anything like that, specifically because we just had the giant balance patch that came through, and they really wanted to push out the balance pass. So nothing really new. We've got hourly raid bosses in Agartha. We've got the hourly Jack.
Oh wait, speaking of.
All right. Yeah, we can go.
Let's go do that.
Let's see if I can.
We might be the only ones in there, but let's do it.
No, it's only 6 minutes after. There should be. By the way, the last 2 or 3 jacks I've done, I literally ran in, jumped down, and he fell over dead. Like the last, at least the last 2 on stream. Like I'm streaming, I go, let's go do Jack, and I jump down, and he boom falls over. You're welcome,
easiest Jack ever. But we have the hourly raid boss in Agartha. We have the return of the Cat God investigation mission, and
technically it's the Mewling and the Cat God.
The Mewling, yes.
The Mewling or Meowling, that's the investigation mission. Then the Cat God is the second part, which is technically its own mission.
It is its own mission, yes. And then we have the broadcast as well, which is the searching for all the radios and the and my jack just fell over.
Oh, and
really? I got in a new one.
Take it.
You stole my follower, Jack. It's all right. I actually wanted to fight him because I just switched to sword today.
Ooh.
I finally made my rhythmic blade of destruction, and I made it Mark IV. So I got all my fragments from the raid. So, yeah.
Excellent. Thomason, oh shit, it's Jimmy, plays dead. it's just waiting for you to leave. Is he gone? Okay, good.
I love sword dashing through things. It's like my favorite activity.
See how many Jack's heads I can collect.
Well, if anyone needs like 20 Jack's heads, they still have alts that are like buried in them. I'm not even joking. I think from like 2 years ago or something.
I just put one in my Cabal bank because I've got like 6 in my bag from previous years.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have an alt. This entire bank is just Jack heads.
Hey, I got some blood syrup though, so I can sit and bleed while we talk.
So we have the the Mewling and the Cat God, which is 2 missions, and then the broadcast, which is just 1 mission. I always wondered why the broadcast wasn't also separated into 2 as well.
Oh, wait, how would you separate it?
I'm not sure. I guess kind of the same way, kind of the have the leading up to finding the location, and then the one final mission with the presenter.
You're insane.
I am.
Robert says Meowing Cat God used to be 3 missions. Really? I don't remember it being 3 missions. I remember there being a nightmare version.
I remember there was a nightmare version. Yeah.
I don't remember being.
You have to go over and talk to Eleanor and go over to the crypt, and then you have to. There's like you have to go down in. There's like 2 or 3 in that chain, isn't there? I haven't done it yet this year.
It's 2
obviously.
missions, but it was. But yeah, you have to go investigate the.
Jump around a few places at any rate to go.
Yeah.
Get it.
What was it separated into? I'm curious now. It seems super arbitrary.
The Meowling crossing the Black Path.
Oh, that sounds vaguely familiar. But how long was that one? Like what part was crossing the Black Path? It's the investigation component. Wasn't the whole thing investigation? Oh, with the reagents. Okay, I see what you mean. I mean, like the first part's investigation as well, because you have to figure out the code to get the key to the crypt.
Mm-hmm.
God bless Farmer, because he knows this. He's got it like boom right off the top of his hand.
Right, but it also used to be but the reagents used to be much bigger. You needed to go all over the place to get the reagents.
Right.
Now they're like
right.
Well, I don't know that made it more difficult necessarily. It did mean you had to go to more open world zones.
So certain things that they do have, the login rewards, like I said, are going on until November 12th. There are 28 days of login rewards. 21 of them are items, and the extra 7 are the pumpkins that you could open after you defeat Jack. But the login rewards this time include a Sanguine kitty, dense stabilizing Tachyons to reduce the AP and SP for Dark Agartha, a polymorphic Glyph exchanger, which are really fun items that they just added for the balance patch to help out tanks and tanks and healers.
Everyone. So
everyone else.
Like, yeah, if it hasn't occurred to you to maybe try this, you can convert any glyph into any glyph, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
if you want those coveted fierce glyphs,
yeah, you could like get a 3-pip intricate like off the auction house, or you just have one drop for you, right? Like, oh, I don't need that, but you know what'd be great? A 3-pip fierce, and you just convert it.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. So while it is handy if you want to like redo your set or something, that was the intent. If you don't need to redo your set or convert, then yeah.
Then still put it to your advantage, of course. If you have it, if you're missing something. But no, they're very handy. Then a Talisman Anima Imbuer is in the third week, which will take any faded or whatever the 2-pip is, faded or something, for any talisman and turn it into a radiant, luminous. I think that's it. Faded, luminous, and radiant. 1, 2, and 3-pip. It will take any 1 or 2 pips and turn it into a 3-pip talisman. Also very handy. And then at the 21-day mark is a Synergizing Talisman Empowerment Catalyst, which if you have a whole bunch of talisman empowering distillates, you throw them in with the catalyst and it bumps it up an extra 50% on top of what you already have put in there for. Which they are new as well. We have not seen those before either. But yes, good stuff. So log in and take out Jack. And I find that I've actually got a couple. I've actually been missing some costume pieces.
What?
Surprisingly.
How?
I'm not sure. But even tonight, clawed leather gloves white and spooky pumpkin mask.
Oh, wow.
2 things I did not have.
Wait, spooky pumpkin mask?
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude. That's crazy old. Good Lord, Ember.
Hey, don't look at my inventory. I got 2 spots open.
Ember's inventory perpetually filled to the brim. Ocho, how? I don't know. I've always missed it. No idea. Just random RNG. What are you gonna do? Kylani else says, can I mention something about the contest when you're done talking about the missions? Sure, Kylani, yes. Kylani just held a contest where she asked questions on Twitter and had people write in their responses to her in many different ways, and is in rewards giving out some pretty nice swag.
I think I'm one of the few people that went up in free spaces after the update. I cleaned house. I have like 10 free slots.
I cleaned house as well. I was holding on to a lot of weapons, and I cleaned out a lot of weapons.
Although I am perpetually broke now. Multiple times this week I've gone down to like 300 marks. multiple times.
Ouch.
That's, I mean, I have like 7 alts that I can on the same account that I can generate Moth on and swap to Aurum and do that. But I keep doing that and they keep running out again. So
Kailani said, so I had 3 judges. 1 had to drop out because of a child in the hospital. The remaining 2 are split and can't pick a first place. So there actually may be 2 first place. Oh, no.
oh ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Plot
That probably
thickens.
won't break anybody's heart, huh? I'm glad of that. Yes.
Noise.
So, oh yeah, and Vaughn reminded us there's a cosmetic sale going on.
Oh, yes. For cosmetics relating to basically Halloween-themed items.
Yeah.
That there is a 50% off going on right now. You can open up your dressing room, and on any of the tabs you will see them on sale.
Now I gotta do
There's a
that.
horse mask, a zebra
Cosmonaut
mask.
helmet, creepy zebra mask, fiery tentacle topper.
That thing is cool, and I would never get to wear it. That's a shame.
Well,
You need to
could
make it
wear
work like
Well, no,
they
you
need
can.
to. You need to wear it. They need to make it work like the snowflake one, where if you put a hood over it, you get flames flowing out of your head. Then you'd wear it all the time.
Let's
Well,
see what
it's
else.
just like the problem is it's a hat, and the rabbit head's a hat, and so I just don't get to wear other hats.
No,
It's the price.
anything that's also a hat can't wear it.
I wonder if it would make
Um,
your ears flame though.
No, I mean
Wouldn't
like
that be Oh, it's already in the hat spot. I'm with you.
it's the hat
All
spot.
right.
That's what I mean. Like if it was a headset or like the head accessory set or something like that'd be different.
Then you can get it.
But also on sales, also the wings of the alter ego, which are, if you weren't happy with how your character ended up in its final choices as to what color wings you received once you got to Tokyo, that you could purchase for 50% off. It's 240 Aurum each, whatever color you want, whatever color wings you wish. Now, it's not the emote. The emote itself, to just bring them out whenever, is not on sale. But the color change of the wings is.
Also, the vampire bite for all you like role players out there. The neck vampire bite piece. It just has like 2 dots with blood coming down. It's. I don't think it's on sale, but it's there.
available. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just noticed it because it was marked with the pumpkin. Like if you look in your, so
Yeah,
even
they
the
do it
stuff
with the seasonal stuff too.
yeah, even the stuff that's not on sale, like you can oftentimes find cool stuff. That way.
Kailani says, I think the 2 will be happy. I gave them until the end of tomorrow, and then I will just announce them. Okay.
And the first place winners. Yeah, Palmer says the sale stuff has a sale sticker right there. You
Yeah.
can't really miss it.
Explicitly, yes. And then something that they didn't quite post out, but something that changed anyway, is also a cache change. We're now on the haunted cache, kind of the go with the season. So
Yep.
So the haunted cache is now dropping, and the haunted cache has probably one of the best motorcycles available, the spider bike.
Spider bike does whatever a spider bike does.
It's a motorcycle, but it's just a giant spider.
And it also has the sprint will spit out webs behind it.
Ooh.
Have you not seen that?
I've not seen that, no.
What? Okay,
Yeah,
well, where are you?
I missed that one.
Where are you guys right now? You're out front somewhere?
Out
Okay.
front.
Front platform. Yeah, let's see it.
Let me find spider bike. Hold on. Arachnoid cycle. All right. So
I love it. I love it so much.
That bike.
well, I'm gonna jump so it squeals. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. Never knew that.
Really? So back before this, they fixed the sprint on ladders bug. Literally, like when I was streaming, I used to stream in the mornings. Every morning, I would start the stream by doing the side mission in Kaiden when you go up the stupid tall ladder. But I would sprint up it with the spider bike, sing the spider bike song, because I would sprint up with the boost. And the way that worked is that webbing, because the bike is going up like horizontally, like it's in an elevator, the webbing just shoots down like a funnel. Instead of spraying on the ground, it shoots down like a funnel. So that your camera's under it, you just see this funnel of web coming down as your bike just shoots up the ladder. I used to do it every day.
Until they fixed it.
Until they fixed
Dang
it.
them.
I still have clips somewhere. I have Twitch clips of me singing the spider song and going up there. But yeah, that was it was literally like every day on my stream was the spider bike. Oh, Clancy had a chat with Nervell this week. That's nice.
And then the pet from the cache is the Black Widow spider, who I have out right now too.
Yep.
Which fun story. I'm in a local group on Facebook, which is like a local town group, and someone decided to post. They were like, I went fishing, and like, you know, saw this interesting spider. I almost sat on it. Thought I'd just post it because it looked like a fun spider. It was a Black Widow.
You're like, and you were happy that you did not sit on it.
Right? Everyone's like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, not just be glad you didn't sit on it, be very glad you did not sit on it.
Exactly.
Like I got my plant. It's gonna get you.
Synthetic pseudanthium.
Yeah, it looks very fly trappy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does, for sure.
It sort of wriggles, but I don't think it ever actually opens. It doesn't go anywhere. It's not.
No,
mobile.
it's one of the.
Can you imagine if it did, though? If it followed you around the way the spider
It should sprout legs and just like
and chase you down the road?
Yeah.
I definitely would have it then.
That'd be way cool. I do like Tatty Boggle. That one's pretty sweet.
Yeah, Tatty Boggle's pretty cute. In kind of a creepy short guy kind of way.
That's what my wife says about me.
Yes.
So, Ocho, it occurs to me that I don't know if I've ever told you guys about some of the secret places you can get to where stuff is broken and you can get through to places that you're not supposed to get. Jimmy's probably found them. He's probably done streams on it.
Well, Krampus rockets used to let me get all kinds of places, but they fixed those and the rebound.
Have you ever been inside of the Tokyo Mall?
Inside the Tokyo Mall? No, that's not one I've been to.
How about
I've been to the
Tokyo. I've been swimming in the pool.
Yeah,
Kaiden pool.
Kaiden Station. Yep, and there's also you can get down to the Graveyard of Ships out in the North Atlantic. So, sometime we should maybe go on a tour.
Have you ever gone out in the Tyler Freeborn in the fog and gone out to those ships?
That's exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, I've done that.
The graveyard out in the
but I
North
was
Atlantic.
so disappointed because all I've ever wanted to do was get on top of that riverboat. There's a riverboat out there.
I know, and you fall through it. It sucks.
Yeah, it's just,
there are others that you don't fall through. I know. It's totally...
I've gotten other ones, but yeah, because in the very beginning you can jump off and you can swim around the entire thing.
Yep.
Like you never have to it takes you just as long as speed running the mission, probably longer. But you can skip the entirety of that entire level, just swim around it.
Yep.
And come out the other side.
I don't know if you guys have ever messed around with. There's an add-on that Super Genius made called Untold Stories, and I actually was at one point had the ambition to write a whole Purple People story, and I was going to have a scene happen out on that. So you had to actually break the mission in order to get to the scene to fulfill the add-on mission. And so I spent a fair amount of time out there looking to see what there is. And there's kind of amazing a lot of stuff out there that you never see if you're playing the game the right way.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say right way, but you know what I mean.
Intended
fashion.
As intended, yes.
As intended.
Well, that's like, I saw in the patch notes that Nervell said he fixed some stuff in the Ankh, and then I went and broke the Ankh the way I normally do, and was like, well, this stuff still isn't fixed.
Fixed out. I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you fixed something somewhere else. I can say from being in closed beta, because we were in closed beta on the rebalance patch since May. I can say that definitely a bunch of stuff did get fixed because some of us, because we'd be in voice, would actually be like, oh yeah, and they're like this. And he's like, wait, what? So
why do we do this thing I'm not supposed to do?
Like Darkness War, you can't at the end, you can't like reset anymore, like off the ledge. That's fixed now because he was watching us do stuff.
Bummer, that was great though. When somebody did a stupid pull, you could just run off and hide.
Yeah, but you can't do that anymore. It just kills you. What was another? Oh, the hiding spot in Hell Eternal. There's a space in between the walls you could jump, right? You know what I'm talking about? Hell Eternal past boss 3.
I'm trying to think about.
It has that sabotage part where you're supposed to sneak from the end of boss 3 to boss 4. It literally says like sneak through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's like a hole.
Oh no, that hiding spot. Oh,
it's gone. Can't do that. That was never intended. Apparently, which is really weird because it totally felt like it was supposed
right.
to.
I mean, it's like a little closet there in the middle of the walls.
Yep. No, that was not intended. So that got fixed. I mean, a bunch of others. Oh, like prior to the patch, we were DPSing Urdrog through the blue phase.
Yep.
Can't do that anymore. Yeah. It's not insta, but it ramps up really quick towards insta.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's I mean, for better, right? Like I'd rather them fix stuff than not pay attention to the game, obviously.
Yeah, no, for sure, obviously.
But yeah, it's funny. Like when I saw the patch notes about the Ankh, because I was like, oh man, did they actually fix? But no, all the spots with filth that doesn't hurt you at all are still there. Then you can still
jump down in the.
You can still skip both the spider and Meltat on the bridge boss entirely. Not that does anything for you.
Right.
Like, there's no real benefit to doing that other than it's funny that you can do it. But yeah, you can still do those things. Because I did those on the stream. Also in the you know how the Ankh instance for what is it? Angry Earth, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. The one where you get the hat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once you beat Klein, you can go back to the start and make a jump and go explore the rest of the dungeon. It's all empty.
Oh, nice.
And there's nothing to do. Like you can just go screw around, but it's kind of funny. But also, like all the filth at the end does no damage. Like none of it's turned on. So you can just at the boss 6 area, you can just go swimming in that pool. It's pretty fun.
Just have a look around. Yeah. No, it's always cool though to get into a space and be able to check it out. I do a lot of that actually when I'm trying to figure out how to write a scene.
I was very sad that before the patch I was not able to break out of the train in the last train in Cairo. I had to have died like 1,000 times. I was Krampus rocketing and also just intentionally throwing myself off the train at various spots, trying to fall through.
Because I know something that they fixed too was the Krampus rockets. They kind of fixed those.
Yeah, so that doesn't work. It didn't work in Last Train in Cairo, I think, because there's an invisible roof, like an actual invisible roof. Because if you look at the dev stream where they explain how that thing works, right?
It's like really impressive how it works.
The train's not moving, the environment is, and the environment is like moving on a belt, and pieces go down, come up underneath, and like come back. So I think the ceiling is actually like a hard ceiling piece. That's why Krampus rocketing doesn't work. But I remember pictures and someone saying that they fell out of world there before, which means like when they hit the ground, they didn't hit the death plane. Like they went through it somehow. So I also tried that for like 2 hours or something of just throwing my body off the train.
That only happens to me in the Crusades. I sit down in a chair and fall out of plane. But hey, guys, I have to
you have a hard
early
out,
tonight. Yeah, I've got a new puppy I need to go bond with. Any other questions for me
tonight?
Yeah, just got her like an hour and a half ago. So I want to go save Haddad because he's been on puppy babysitting, duty while I came over to chat with you guys.
Well, give him our thanks, of course.
Will do.
for sacrificing.
And the belly rub, but the puppy, not
the puppy. Yes, of course. But thank you for joining us, Blodwedd. Always a pleasure to have you on stream. And Blodwedd's new book called Hard Cleft is going to be out. You said it's in pre-order now, but it's going to be out
next Thursday. Yep.
Next Thursday. So it's going to be out the 29th, 30th, sometime around there.
Yeah, depending on where you live in the world, Amazon picks its own time. And then the paperback will be available shortly thereafter. I'll publish it that morning, my time.
So everyone who's listening, go ahead and go pre-order or go ahead and purchase the hard or the softback. It's going to come out as a soft cover, right?
Yeah, it'll come out as a paperback and it'll be available sometime probably the 29th, but worst case the 30th, depending on where you live.
We'll try not to have you send one of those overseas again.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I was glad to, and the person who received it was delighted. So that always works.
Oh yeah, I just remember how much fun that was.
And at some point, like I said, if we're going to go on a magical mystery tour, I would love to come hang around and try and find spots that. Well, maybe that's not actually. Maybe that's kind of verboten for your show. I don't know. But if you want to see Kaiden Station or go explore the North Atlantic shipwrecks.
The North Atlantic shipwreck, I'm very interested in now, actually.
Yeah, I'm your gal. Okay. It provided, of course, it hasn't been fixed. May have been.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's been fixed.
Not everything.
Not yet.
Story. I will say this: like story missions haven't really been looked at, to my knowledge, at least not in a while. Certainly not in the rebalance.
So there we go. Let me know when you got a slow week, and we'll come play.
Discover where things break.
All right. Well, have a great night, and thanks everybody who came out. And look forward to talking to y'all soon.
Yes, thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye, Blodwedd.
I think though the fog, I think that's a solo instance.
It is a solo instance, right? Unless there's some other way to get to it.
No, it's a solo instance. So like Ember would have to do it on stream. It's all you, buddy.
Tyler Freeborn.
Have you unlocked that yet?
Yeah, I have. I've done it.
Oh, that was. I didn't even go there. Damn. Wow. Damn.
Let me find some aloe.
Holy shit.
Sorry, just had to pick on you a little bit.
So I mean the short thing for it, Ember, is essentially when you get into the fog instance, you know how you're up on top of that weird rock structure and you jump down?
Yeah.
because like the stop signs and stuff, you have to carefully jump around to the back side of it. So instead of jumping off the front, you jump up and you get on the back of it, and you jump off the back. And instead of going down the funnel, you end up going off like into the water, and then you literally swim around the entire level to the back. And it takes like 10 minutes or something.
You're going around the whole island.
Yeah, because you're swimming around the entire thing. But you can swim around all the way to the back, and then you can find those ships out there that you see. And as long as you don't hit the end ship that you land on at the end, you don't trigger the end. But if you want to trigger the end, like you can literally just skip the whole mission that way. But again, it's not really faster because the amount of time you spend swimming.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they haven't fixed it. You can't speed run the mission. It's just a longer way to do it.
You don't have to fight like well, you have to fight like what? You have to fight 1, 2, 3, 5 things, I think. Right, the actual NPCs from Kingsmith. You have to fight those guys to progress. But once you get to the part where you're like running and there's like drog and stuff, you don't have to fight anything. That's just knowing the route. So like yeah, you can run that mission really, really fast. But swimming around the other side is kind of cool because you can see all those ships. You can check them out closer. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't have collision. They're just intangible. Yeah, like so you could jump through them. But I got like some cool pictures out there at some point. But yeah, it is pretty neat. And there is a weird spot. We've seen it before, right? Remember, you've seen the Kaiden swimming pool area?
No.
We could go do that.
All right. I'm down.
Should invite you guys to group and then make sure we're getting the same Kaiden. I think you just need like a sprint, like a vehicle sprint. Hey, Uni.
Where are we going?
Kaiden. I'm porting there now. I'll just tell you when to meet up.
Oh yeah. Hey Uni. Hey Hollow Point. And hey Amarella. Amarella's been joining me for a couple of my streams.
You can meet up. I think. Yeah. I don't know what
too late now.
See if I can remember where the hell it is.
It's right. Hollow Point is. I'm always afraid to ask what time it is by you.
Early or late.
Early. Yeah, it depends if you actually slept or actually woke up.
Yeah.
4 a.m. Nice. That.
See Ember.
The magic time, 4 a.m.
And
there I am.
Okay, let's see if I remember where the hell this is. I think it is this way somewhere.
I'm going on a field trip.
Taking a little tour.
Almost 5 by where you are. You guys are troopers.
I think it's right here. I'm pretty sure it's right here.
Yep.
Yeah, if you get on like a board or something. Yep, there we go.
Let me pick one out.
And then there's like this little. Let's see, where is the pool part? There's like this little hole in the floor. Where the hell is it?
Palmer says keep going. I guess from the main area there.
No, yeah, I don't know. I forget where the actual hole is.
I think it's over here.
Yep, it's here.
All right, where are you guys at? Oh, I see you.
So there's this little like missing piece of floor.
Whee!
Ta-da!
It's a kite and swimming pool.
Yep. Look, you can see under stuff.
Kite and underground.
Paul says you have now walked into empty. Congratulations.
Fallen
like
through the world.
Swam into empty, but okay.
Well, we walked to it.
I like that you can see the guy walking on the street up there. Just like walking around. And his shadow on the wall right here. Yeah, that's the known
There's
as
also got the light post here too, as it's floating in there.
that's what's known as the kite and swimming pool. And to get out, you have to. I don't remember if you can you port?
I don't think. Can you port while you swim?
I think you have to reset.
You die.
the old way of porting.
Yeah, this is part of the curb for the sidewalk. No, the road. Oh, sidewalk.
Wait, I wonder if you guys can see me if I come over there. Hold on. Don't. Because I reset.
I'm still here.
Oh, I'm not. I already reset.
Let's see. Where is Ember? Can you see me? By the monster. He's attacking me.
No, I don't see you.
Do you see the monster?
Oh, there you are. I see you now.
Have a good night, Hollow Point.
Aha! That's pretty great.
Can you see me?
No.
No. You're under the ground.
You are under the street.
I'm just a troll underneath the bridge.
Look, I'm floating. Channeling.
That's pretty cool. And then you got your shadows here too.
Yeah, so there's just one of those little things. It's there.
Float in a different way.
I'm sure. No, walking on empty, yes. Sure that A, it was never intended that you get through that weird little crack in the thing, and then B, because they never intended you to be in there in the first place, there's like that little triangle part that doesn't match up where you can slip down into the water.
I'm actually really curious about the. I might do that. I might do that after stream.
What?
To go find the ship
Ships?
graveyard.
Yeah, it's the key. The key is just being on that rock when you first enter. Right, not when you first enter the fog, but when you get knocked out and then you wake up and you're on top of that weird little.
Mm-hmm.
Area with the stop sign. The trick is jumping onto the back of it. So you want to be careful not to fall off, because if you fall off, it kind of has like a funnel. They showed it once actually, I think, on one of the dev streams. It's got like a funnel, so that no matter theoretically, no matter which direction you jump off, it funnels you down to land into the filth pool.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's missing that.
if you get on the back, you can jump, and the funnel doesn't catch you there.
You jump out of the funnel.
Yeah. Well, they just never anticipate anyone being on the back of it because you're not supposed to be. Palmer says, yeah, they turned on the collision view during a dev stream and they showed the collision cone in red or green. Yeah, I remember that. I remember you could see like this weird like thing. And you're like, oh, well, that explains how like no matter what you do, it always like kind of shoves you a certain way when you fall. Which totally makes sense. Like to give players like a consistent, you know,
because they don't really tell you where to jump off. It just kind of just says jump off. So
it's like it says stop. No, wait, don't stop. And you're like, okay, fine, you jump. So no, it makes sense that they have something in place. It's just that like the thing in place doesn't cover the back end of it because no one's supposed to be on the back end of it. But yeah, the thing is you'll be swimming for a little while, and it's also easy to get like kind of stuck in little dead end areas. Much like what Ember's swimming in now, like it's kind of like that, where like you see walls that are just like weird texture blurs. Right.
Well, that texture is part of the that curbing on the sidewalk.
Yeah, but it gets stretched, right, on that part. So you'll see that in the fog thing as well. You just see like sheer walls of like weird stretched texture. And it just you could end up like following it too close, and you end up in like in a dead end, and you have to swim like back out, you know, and like it can take you a little time to figure out like the right way to go.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, I like how you have the reflection in the water, Ember.
Yeah,
like the Orochi Tower.
The Orochi Tower reflects everywhere.
Yeah, no matter where you are, whether it makes sense or not, the Orochi Tower reflects in the water.
Well, I wonder, is it because they copied it to be a reflection just underneath
all
it?
Water?
Yeah, because if you look up, I don't think you see Orochi Tower anywhere.
Well, I can see a little bit in the corner here. That's signs. I'm guessing that's it. Yeah.
Wait, where?
Right here. Just past the sign.
Hold on, I'm trying to make sure I'm looking at the same sign you are.
He means this sign.
The one with the 53. It's the elongated one on the building.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's no tower. Not a Orochi Tower.
There is. It's if you stand exactly where I am, you can see Orochi Tower.
Oh, you mean the other way. Okay, hold on.
Oh, where are you?
Oh, yeah, okay. I see it from this direction. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just must be like wherever it is, it reflects in the water. It doesn't matter if there's
It doesn't matter, yeah.
buildings in the way or any shenanigans like that.
Physics, what's that?
Well, until you get much closer, it's sort of a reflection itself on the skybox. So it's like a reflection on the sky and a reflection on the water. Make it just look like it's everywhere and omnipresent.
Has anyone translated some of these posters, by the way? Because I kind of want to know what this one with the kid and the floating shit it says.
Didn't we have to do that for one of them we had to translate? For one of the investigation missions.
I don't think so. There was a poster translation project.
Yeah.
Like, look at this one with the kid with its back, and it's like got a teddy bear and books and a lamp floating. Yeah, this one only has like 3 big symbols. It's got a bunch underneath it. But the 3 big symbols I could probably attempt to just screenshot, I suppose, and try and find. The other ones are hard to see because of the light.
forget what
it's got,
the
like, a giant halo effect on it.
I want to say it's one of the investigation missions has you stand right next to one of the sculptures. It has like all the small towers in it, and then in the background you see one of the.
But you don't have to translate a language, I don't believe, because some of these
maybe
things
not
are
on that one.
Some of the stuff's in English and some of it's not, because it's like the spark the light, right?
Yeah.
So it's an English one. You don't have to translate that one.
Because figuring that out in the first place is a little tricky.
I do love that there's a Congo thing up here. Like there always has been. Like a Congo billboard.
Where are we going?
Like literally since TSW, there's been a Congo billboard in Tokyo. And it's like, I wonder what location we might go to next. Could it be the Congo?
No.
And then when they had the when they did the every day crossing off a different country off the map.
Oh man, that was something amazing that Tron did. I'm sad he's gone.
Yeah, his Indiana Jones map.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was so much fun. And it was just so funny because everyone it got everyone in the community involved.
It did,
It made the wait for South Africa, I think, way more bearable, you know?
And then he crossed off the Congo, and everyone was like, wait a minute, what?
Trolled us so hard with his reins.
Yeah, then the one where you crossed off Ford or Tampa.
Crossed off Tampa.
Oh, you mean that? I always used to screw with them because at some point we started talking about the upside down. And I was like, yeah, app mat. It's Tampa upside down. And then he would hear him go like, ah.
That was bad.
I brought some friends. Yeah, you're right. We do go to Tampa for a little bit.
Yeah, we do. That was amazing.
We do.
By the way, fun little factoid about that. It was originally done wrong, and he had to talk to the art person to have them redo it. Apparently they drew the line and the circle and the line, and that circle was Tampa, right? Like the pit stop on the loading screen.
Mm-hmm.
But they put the circle in the wrong spot, and he had to have to redo it.
That's not where Tampa's located.
That's not Tampa. I thought that was funny because when you see the loading screen, it's not like it's super specific, right? It's a pretty generic little circle.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it must have been pretty far off if he felt they had to fix it.
It's probably like Orlando or Miami, probably.
Key West or something.
Yeah, you're off by a few 100 miles.
I love that it was such a community meme that they put it in the game in the loading screen. That was pretty awesome. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Well, depending on your computer, I guess. Some people get to stare at it longer than others.
If you have an SSD, it's much faster.
Yeah, but it's pretty great. You get to see the fact that you had a stopover in Tampa.
It's not a secret world location. So nothing secret worldy is going on in Tampa.
Are you kidding? Have you seen Florida man shit? Florida's gotta be
Florida's gotta be some places in Tampa.
No, I said the secret world. That's the normal world.
Well, if you think that's normal world, what do you think is the secret world?
Yes. Look, Mankini with the zebra head would be perfectly normal in Florida.
That's true. See him walking down 7th and Imbuer, and that's just a normal Friday.
You're yeah, whatever. That's a normal Monday.
I think I once read why Florida Man was a thing. and it was because or why stuff seemed to really happen in Florida, and it has to do with like how police stations have to report things. Like everything that the police stations report is out in the open for literally anyone to see, and so right, so
like everyone else is.
Right, slow news. They just be like, "Hey, we got this wealth of information coming from Florida. You want to find something weird in there for someone doing something weird?" Like it's all there for anyone to see, no matter what state they were in. I mean, because it was just their reporting or their public knowledge for events was just so open that anyone could view it. And so it became a thing.
I mean, well, also it's
Florida. Yeah, it's Florida. But look at the third or the top billboard on this one above the King Mart one. It looks like it's the Moon Station.
Yeah, it does. I've seen that one before. Wait, I've shown you the John one, right, Ember?
I don't remember. No.
Come this way. This is my single favorite billboard in the entire game. You stand here and look this way. You gotta look up, like up. There you go.
Oh, okay.
It says, "Have you seen my John?" And it's a fucking bathroom. It's just a fucking picture of a bathroom.
I mean, it's a pretty nice bathroom. I'm not gonna lie.
But also with the fact
really
that
nice.
John is who talks to you, like the black signal, right? Like, I feel like it's operating on many levels.
Oh yeah.
Because at first, when I first saw that, I think back to TSW, I read it. Have you seen my John? But I didn't process the image because it's kind of far away and it's very like black and white. I didn't process what it was at first. Then I was like, oh wait, it's a fucking bathroom.
Enhance.
Yeah, it's got like a sink, like a mirror above the sink. Yeah, it's a fucking bathroom. Have you seen my John? Question mark. And it's like, wait a minute. Yeah, I've seen it. It's on a fucking billboard.
But have you
Look
seen
at it?
John?
Look at it.
So yeah, that's my favorite billboard in all of Kaiden. Is the Have you seen my John billboard?
I wonder if it's duplicated anywhere else.
You know what? I'm not sure.
If it's like a one.
Like, I know downtown here has a lot of different billboards, but
I've only recall seeing it there, but that doesn't mean it's not somewhere else. Also, like, have you read, like, some of them are hard to see, but in New York Raid, there's a bunch of billboards that you don't see other places. Like, there's a side oil one, like the oil. It's Real Men Guzzle.
mm-hmm.
That's what it says. The billboard says Real Men Guzzle. It's a fucking oil billboard. It's fucking great. And then there's another one there's another Psycho one. It's something like the future is their kid's problem or something. It's like, fuck it.
That's future us problem. Yeah.
There's a bunch of also I heard there's supposed to be an Easter egg in New York Raid, but I haven't found it, and I don't know if it's only in E17 with a new one or if it's in any version of the raid. But I didn't find it in the beta.
That they just added in?
Yeah. Bomber says E17 only. Bomber, did you find it? Or are you just going off of what Nervell said that it's only in E17? Because I might have missed like that piece of information.
I crashed out of memory.
No.
Well, let's just download some more memory.
I just need more memory. That's all it is.
Yeah, just download it.
You know,
That's what normal people do.
It's a give more memory.
Bomber,
Yeah, I can share.
Yeah, see, I'm E17, although I don't have a group yet to run. Like our group's getting there. We might try a practice E17 raid like next week or something. I don't expect to clear it anytime super soon. But yeah, I do remember like hanging out in the beta with Shoddy, and we were in the E17, like just running around, and I didn't find anything. Which doesn't mean there's not something there. I just don't know what I'm looking for. When someone says there's an Easter egg,
Could be anywhere.
Like, for all I know, it means there's like initials carved in a piece of concrete somewhere. You know what I mean? Like,
Nerval put himself into the game.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm looking for there.
Yeah, there's like these small little details that they've put in the.
I mean, Tokyo was development since like 2010 or something.
So yeah, easy.
It was originally intended to be the starting zone.
Well, yeah, it makes sense because you're just waking up after the bombing. So here you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's the effects of that bombing.
Yeah, the bombing of Tokyo is what starts the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, because what's the line? It's like a couple days after in the that intro mission or the intro cinematic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so originally it was going to be Tokyo, and then after that, I believe the next location they thought they were going to launch with was actually the park.
Like, so just the park?
Well, Savage Coast, like the park.
Okay,
like
yeah.
That's what they were going to start you. And then they opted to start you in Kingsmouth. But originally it was Tokyo, and then they knew it was going to be Solomon Island, but they were going to start you in the park area. Which I can kind of get. It's very strong thematically, right? Like, if you were to start out there, that gives you a really...
It's got some really cool locations to it, yeah.
It's got that cinematic on the roller coaster that's really awesome, right? And then, for whatever reason, that they decided against that and just went with like the whole like sheriff station concept. You know, like come out of the Agartha and like go to the sheriff station. But yeah, the city has been like in the works for fucking ever.
Oh yeah. So I'm trying to think back to when we actually got our first taste of it. Because when they even released it, they started releasing it in very small sections. So that was...
Yeah.
Ooh, was that the Black Signal that we finally got to Tokyo? It's 2014.
Yeah, I started playing in 2014. And I think Tokyo like just opened as I started playing. Because you guys have been playing Whispering Tide for like ever.
Oh, yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, it was.
I missed that because I was a brand new character. Right? But like Tokyo like literally just opened. So like I went pretty quickly. And I got to Tokyo like not that much behind other people, to be perfectly honest. It was kind of strange, I thought. As everyone else had been playing the game a long time. And I'm like brand new. But I remember like looking up like scenario builds and then using scenario builds for Tokyo and stuff. Like yeah, I played Tokyo when it was really new and the Aegis was like a real pain in the ass.
Yes.
Yeah, when it just came out, yeah.
Mark says the 13 hour.
As they say, best laid plans, especially for the Aegis.
Last year in Kyle Stream showed a small step of Kaiden before it was finished. They were still redoing their roads at the time. Yeah, they did redo the roads, but they've redone the roads, I think, since as well, or they redid them again in TSW. Because originally they had way more fill spots that would just like screw you up. And there's less of that now. There's less of that in Legends, but I think they even made less of it in TSW at some point. Also, if you recall, like it was really empty in the beginning.
Oh, it absolutely was, yeah.
Like,
because it kind of released very, very little at a time.
But not even like mission wise, yeah, like all that, right? But I mean, just like they added more stuff that made it feel not so
a little more filled in too, yeah. Cars or subway trains.
Yeah,
or
like
yeah.
they put more stuff. They put more mobs, I think, randomly around a little bit. Like they fleshed it out because it was really, really empty in the beginning. Like now, like when you're running around, like you're gonna run into something. And originally, like you could run like for a while and not see anything.
But now that Tokyo is finished, now that they finally, release everything for Tokyo, which for Secret World Legends didn't take them much. But by releasing everything, I think Tokyo itself has turned into one of my favorite zones in like almost any game, really. Like fully with the full storyline going through it and how it leads you through it and all the different sides and all the different other missions. It's just a really, really well done zone now.
Yeah, Kaiden's amazing.
Yeah. Like I love Kingsmith, but Kaiden is definitely up there.
I mean, Kingsmith is like where you start. Like, so I know it's got like a spot in everyone's heart.
It's got you get a nostalgia hit from it.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
But Kaiden is, I think, well, it's like the size of Solomon Island. I think. Like the thing about Kaiden too is like it's one map, but it's fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels huge.
And then even when they added the southern part of it too, which is not even a separate instance, it's just entirely just part of it.
Wow, I don't remember this Anansi billboard. That's weird. The hell is that? I might have to go up there and look at that. I think I can get up there.
Check out billboards now.
No, it's just, I don't like. I've seen all of these like a bunch of times, right? But like, I don't remember that one. There's an Anansi billboard, like way up high. That's weird looking. Uni with it. That's what she said. Armin Scooter says, "King was my favorite map until I arrived in Kaiden." You see, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. So, but when Kaiden first came out, it was rough. It was rough.
I mean, it was still really cool. Like they have that when you enter, like the newspapers are blowing by.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a reason it's empty, right? It's not like it's empty for no reason. There's this Anansi Technologies poster that I think it's just a picture of an engine. It's hard to tell. It's like a 3D picture or something.
Trying to find where you ran off to.
Oh, you should be able to see me on the mini map.
I see you.
Oh, I'm up here. Like I'm way up high.
Oh, you're up.
Yeah, I took the ladder and came up here to look at the billboards.
I see you.
So, Mikey, this is what I'm talking about. This is the Nancy one. It's like some kind of engine or something.
Something 3D. That's just yeah.
This B one's pretty funny. I assume. I can't read it, but I assume it's
We're sure it translates into something. We're just not sure what that is. Well, here's your kid. Kid with all the floating stuff around them. Yeah. Valley.
I wonder if it's supposed to be young. Because you can see like he doesn't have hair on the sides. It looks like. In the front.
Oh yeah. Could be.
You can see the Love Hotel.
You get stuck by an invisible wall over here.
Yeah, you can't go any further there. Yeah, they put a lot of detail into this place. It's massive. Yeah, remember if you come over here, there's like the B one. Which looks kind of cool. And the Nazi one is the one I didn't remember seeing. It's also hard to make out what it is. I think it's just an engine, though.
First, I thought you meant a Gaia engine, and I was like, "Well, that would be something."
No. It's just like a combustion engine or something.
Yeah, but it's just like a combustion engine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a normal engine. What's this? John and Betty teach English? There's something. There's more words behind it. It's like Jack and Betty. It's a different name.
Oh, weird. There you go. Look at that. I didn't notice that.
It's like the green lettering behind it.
On a billboard, that's Sweetling Soda.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it does. Jack and Betty teach English. It's been overwritten with John and Betty teach English. I wonder if John has something to do with that.
John has something to do with everything in Tokyo.
I mean, if the billboards are somehow like electronic in nature or something, right? Then
some of them are. Some of them change.
Right, but I mean, even the ones that look static, they theoretically could be.
Yeah, it could be
tech ones, right, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of them are just like the further you come south here to the wall, some of them are just TV screens that are just out. So it's assumed that they actually are all some sort of video screen. And if it's a video screen, well, it's something that John can control.
It's stuck in the wall.
Spoilers. We do have a lot of new players that have come back to Secret World, specifically after the rebalance.
Yeah, you don't want to give all the spoilers away.
True. There's a bunch of new streamers, too. A bunch of new people then streaming. I also find it particularly hilarious that every Secret World streamer thinks they're the only one. Like,
I'm the only one that streams this. Be like, nah, it's
yeah,
just maybe different time periods.
Every single one. And I mean, I don't fault them for it. It's not like a super popular streamed game. But every single one that I see streaming is like, I never see anyone streaming this. No one streams this. I'm like, yeah, they do. That's another reason I'm broke. I've been giving away lots of like streamer welcoming tips.
Lots of streamer welcoming.
Yeah. I think in the past couple of weeks, I've probably given away like at least like 5 or 6 different streamer welcome packages.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I'll like, find someone and be like, here's like usually it's like here's like a sprint and a pet and an outfit. Just like I gave 2 turbo wingjet sprints. Because it's one thing when you're playing the game like new, but when you get the turbo jet, from the feature cache, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you fly and you hit the boost and like you rocket forward. Like anyone that tries that sprint out is like, holy shit. Armored Scooter says maybe I should
start streaming. Why not?
It's not like there's anyone streaming this game, right?
Right. Not like anyone's streaming it.
No, it could always use more. I'm not saying like don't stream the game. I just think it's funny that like everyone that streams the game, when I run into them, it's like their thing is like no one streams this and or no one plays this, because I ran into like a group of people streaming together the other night, and I raided them and they didn't notice they got raided because they also weren't reading their chat because they were kind of like set up as like a test run or something. They were just trying out. They were both trying out the game and trying out streaming. But once I started, I hit them up in game. I was like, "Hey, you got raided. Hi." And they started talking because they ran into like one person in Scorched Desert. We're like, "Oh my god, someone else plays the game." It's like, "Yeah, no shit. You just got raided by like 10 people."
I say also the playfields are very small. The playfields have very low population, and that is on purpose.
It's on purpose. Even Agartha, there's like 3 or 4 Agarthas at all times.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fill one up before moving to the next. That's not how it works. So
sometimes you can just feel like that there aren't too many people on around you, but they're there. They're there.
Yeah, so sometimes it would even be in Agartha, be like, oh, there's only like 4 people in Agartha. Yeah, but there might be like 30 in the other one, and like 20 in the other one. And also, like, I don't know, why are you in Agartha? Should be out doing things. I feel like if you're actually playing the game, you do see people very little. Right?
Adventure zones have a soft cap of 10 players, hard cap of 13. Right, so if you meet up on somebody, you could still get in there. Faction hubs have 40 to 50. Agartha is 80 to 100, but there's always 3 Agartha minimum.
Yeah.
Says Bomber.
So the odds of you seeing someone in your zone. Oh, also, it prioritizes putting you in instances of people on your friends and or Cabal list.
Mm-hmm.
So the more that people play together, right, they're going to end up in zones with the people they play with, even if they're not actively grouped with them. This used to happen to my Cabal all the time in the beginning, and would give each other shit, like, why are you stalking me? Go away.
Why are you here? Where are you?
Because we'd all be going to like Scorched Desert to run our daily routes and like tripping over each other. Like, what the fuck, dude? Fuck off. Said, so if I put everyone on my ignore list, I'll have it map all to myself. I mean, no, you can still end up in one with someone. But the point is, it prioritizes putting you in one with people on your friends or Cabal list. So what this means is that with a tight community, it means new players are even more apt to end up in empty maps, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it. Because everyone else that plays together ends up in a map together. Which means there's no room for the other person that doesn't know anyone yet. They're more apt to end up in an empty instance. Or a sparsely populated instance.
But they did drop the MMO moniker.
Right.
And so, and dropping the number of people in a map went along with that as well.
Yes. Well, for performance reasons, really.
Yes, but also to kind of go with the flavor of the game itself. You know, horror games, you're not supposed to have like, you know, everyone around you all the time. You know, horror games are supposed to be a little more isolationist, a little more solitary.
Yeah, I mean, I like that aspect of it, honestly.
Yeah, no, me too. I thought it was a good change, but
yeah, it gives a nice flavor to everything.
But it's a change that some people could see as being broken in a sense.
Well, yeah, since it's what? How many years was it before SWL, and everyone was used to these full instances.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden now you're going for 10 or 13 less. You're like, oh, there's no one here.
Like in TSW, it was like 100 people or 80 people for an
it was something ridiculous, yeah. But that was also, but they had the really big bosses that would show up in zones, so they had to be that big.
That was horrible too, though, because then everyone's frame rate drops to shit. You have like 80 people on top of some poor guy trying to do his Savage Coast mission or his Kingsmith mission, and it's like, what the shit is this?
Why are there suddenly 75 people?
And it's like, oh, where's my zombies?
So yeah, I think overall it's better.
I still say one of my favorites was it was one of the Beyond the Veil podcasts, and we went to do one of the big bosses, I think in like Besieged Farmlands or something, and we beat the boss, but of course, because of how the engine was, it was just a PowerPoint presentation for everybody. And I remember we beat the boss, and it's like, all right, well, there you go, the boss is dead. And someone else in our group, like, the boss didn't die for them for another 2 minutes. They were still fighting it for another 2 minutes. Even on our screen, it was already dead.
That's crazy.
They're like, and it's dead. Be like, you're right next to us. How is this happening? Like, isn't it supposed to be the same thing? It's like, no, that's just how bad the lag was.
I mean, I tried this ladder trick with the sword. It does not work.
So, but that's why they switched the big bosses, because people really like the big bosses in general. Big bosses are a lot of fun. But they moved them to a place in Agartha and hard capped, and all the changes they made them a lot easier on people's systems. So they weren't just giant lag fests.
No, it's way better. It's way better. I'll kill the robots behind you, Ember.
Oh, thank you.
just so you know. Looking out.
They weren't doing anything.
They're being robots. You can't trust them.
Room key, one of the fastest missions.
True. You just take it, jump off. Well, except for the climbing the ladder part.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you get up here, it's just grab it and
from pick up
off.
to drop off. It is one of the quickest.
And you can land in the tree. Bonsai. And I usually would like wait for one of the guys to walk by. Then I would jump down and hit him with a Besojan, like I'm knocking him down when I jump down. Like the role play surprise attacks. You missed. You both. How do you both miss? I'm up here in the tree. Ridiculous.
I would say, but that's actually a very interesting. I mean, it's a quick mission. It's one of the quickest mission, but it's also very interesting as well, just lore-wise.
Because he's a druid.
As they say that, yeah. So who's killed up there is a druid, part of the druid faction.
By the way, you see this billboard over here Come outside, Ember.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
See the one up top with the lady's eye? When it switches, it says the capital of the moon. Serious. It says the capital of the moon.
It does.
So it had to be a moon base that they've been working on or was planned.
I'm sure. I say if they're hinting at New Jerusalem back in Kingsmith, like they had this all planned out. The moon was probably going to be a location.
I mean, shit, we know Mars is.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that part of in Moons of Madness where they are faking like they're in Antarctica.
Oh my god, it's so great.
It's one of my favorite parts.
So great.
When they have the sound stage or they have the green screen and whatnot, and you find a script where they talk about like, look at this penguin. These penguins are so friendly.
Well, NASA is supposed to be making a major announcement about the moon this coming Monday.
I saw that too. Yeah, NASA to make a big announcement about the moon. My guess is, or at least one of my favorite things that I've seen so far about that is it's just going to be a gender reveal.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too.
That's awful.
We've cut into the moon's surface and it's pink. Congratulations.
It's a girl.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
Volmer said there was a mention of the moon even on one of the TSW trailers.
Do you see this one? Sweetling soda?
Yeah, that's what I pointed out. Or I said it was, Sweetling soda. I haven't seen that one anywhere else either. Sweetling soda, the opposite to bingo. The Pepsi to bingo's.
When the moon landing happened, I wasn't in my 20s when the moon landing happened. Fuck off.
1969. You were in 20.
I wasn't born yet. Jackasses.
Well, they wanted to make it seem like they're actually there. So on the soundstage, they built the soundstage on the moon.
My grandfather worked for NASA on the space shuttles.
Nice.
Yeah. He so I have some, personal connection there, but I was not actually there for any launches or anything like that. Because I'm not goddamn old enough for that.
We're not that old.
Back in my day, Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
You're a huge space nut.
Nut. Clearly just a nut.
And see, I too love space. I don't know as much about the space program. I'm more into like astrophysics.
My kid's like he Beetlejuice is a star because it is, but he'll go Beetlejuice.
You're like, that's not how you do it. No.
No, I think he's seen it on TV or something. Or Beetlejuice was on Teen Titans Go.
Okay.
So like he knows to say it 3 times, but he also knows it's a star, and he combines them together. It's pretty fun.
That was fun a couple of months ago when they were like, "It's gonna explode," and then it didn't. Like,
I avoided saying space.
Beetlejuice going to explode? Is it gonna explode? And then they're like, "Nah, it's just a combination of dust, dust and light."
Good night, Bomber. Yeah, we're really just screwing around. I don't think we have anything left.
No, that's all we talk about is right the the Halloween event that was going on. The Halloween event is going on until November 12th. Come get all your login stuff and beat up on Jack. Do the broadcast. Broadcast is always fun, and if you finish up the broadcast, you get a nice little device that will let you listen to all of the different old school radio dramas.
Hey, we could go check one out real quick.
Whenever you want.
But we could go like where do you think? Which radio station?
Trying to think. The one in
Wait, isn't there one in Kaiden? There's one here.
There's one in every zone, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which one's the best though. Which one's my favorite?
I mean, they're all really good. I like the commercials. Click, click.
Lucky Strike.
I like the one that's it's a Razor commercial, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I can't remember the rest of it though. It's driving me nuts. They say click, click, and then something, something. Someone tell me what the hell it is. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but I don't remember the exact.
It's click, click, something, something, and it's the Razor. I know it's the shaver, but I don't know what the others. Oh, I can hear it already. It's in. Here it is. Is this War of the Worlds?
Let me check.
Can you hear it, Ember?
Northern Lights, The House in the Cypress Canyon, Ghost Hunt, The Hitchhiker, Death Robbery.
I'm pretty sure this is War of the Worlds I'm listening to.
The Thing on the Forble board. War of the Worlds, yep. The Shadow People and 3 Skeleton Keys. Those are all the different ones.
That's why.
Because why?
I have music turned off. There we go.
Can you hear it now, Ember?
Yeah.
And then the world takes on a little bit of a sepia tone while you're around them.
I like that.
Exactly. Yeah. It separates you out from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I watched that, by the way, those 3 guys that were streaming, they were screwing around in Scorched Desert, and they ended up by the airplane. There's a radio there, and they were like, what is this?
What is going on?
Radio thing. What?
They're cool. They're just cool.
They really are.
Dude, it's not stopping.
What do you mean it's not stopping? Of course it's not stopping. It's the whole show.
It's the whole thing.
Darkrock, did you not know that?
It's the whole War of the Worlds. Oh no! Okay, no. He's saying that the guy said that. Like it's the radio. It's just. It's not. What is it? It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did say that. They were like, it's not stopping.
I would say because that's part of what makes it super cool is that it's the entire thing. If you just sit and listen to it, it'll be like a half-hour program.
Well, that's why it's worth getting the radio achievement, so you can just play them whenever you want.
Mm-hmm. And then one time they did post where they got them from. It's like the Internet Archive. Or like
there's like a YouTube playlist. Actually,
like the Internet Radio Archive or something like that. Like they're public domain.
Yeah, they are. Hold on. Someone put it here. I can send this link.
Yeah, so DMCA, this is public domain. So bugger off.
There, Ember. I put the link in the Discord if you want to paste that or something. Someone put that playlist in the Secret World Discord.
There we go.
Unfortunately, they removed the ads, which bothered the shit out of me because that was part of what made it cool, in my opinion. But whatever.
There you go. There's the YouTube link and all of its glorious extra tags.
Can you do all of them if you've never been to Tokyo? No, you can complete the mission without being to Tokyo, but you can't get the achievement if you can't go to Tokyo.
No, in order to complete the mission, you have to at least go to Besieged Farmlands?
Correct.
But at least be like level 50 and go to Besieged Farmlands.
Unless you can go to Tokyo.
That's correct. Yeah, the final achievement.
Radios. Yeah. But yeah, so there's that playlist. I found another one. Also, I think I just looked up all the names and Googled them. Or not Googled them, but just searched on YouTube and found them and made my own playlist at some point. Because they're all really good. Yeah, they're just, man, the golden era of radio, you know?
Well, you hunker around this little box.
Facetious there, like.
No, yeah, no, it was.
There's something about it that's really like enthralling to listen to.
That's why there's been the resurgence into podcasts and whatnot, because it sort of has that same sort of vibe to it.
Yeah, if you listen to like the good ones, like was it Night Vale, We're Alive.
Oh, I'm just so happening wearing I'm wearing a Night Vale shirt right now, actually.
Just so happening, huh?
Just so happens.
Pretty coincidental.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. They're not paying me.
But
if they want to, I ain't gonna say no. Yes, my Night Vale Spider Wolves shirt. It's like a baseball tee, but for the Spider Wolves.
Yeah, stuff's great. Just great. No, it's a really cool mission, just in general. The radios are cool, the mission's cool, all the weird, creepy letters are cool.
Again, I was telling some group. I'm in a sort of like a classic gaming group on Facebook, and they were saying, like, do you have a game to suggest? Like, suggest a game for people to play. And I was like, I got one for you. It's like if you're a classic gamer, it's like this one, like play Secret World. It's the best time to do it. It's got the spookiness of the season. It's I was like, but you have to read. You can't just speed your way through it. Read everything.
Reading.
It's like you'll get so much more out of it if you do.
Yeah, I really feel like if you're not reading this game, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, there's some games where it's like, okay, you're not going to read it. That's fine. You don't have to. Like,
yeah.
But there's quite a few like that, actually. It's like, all right, you don't want to see the story. It's okay. The story is only so-so. Like, you're not missing a whole bunch. But this one, no, you would miss everything.
Yeah. It's not like I don't know. I guess you could enjoy like the atmosphere and the outfits and the abilities or whatever. But I feel like if you're not enjoying the story, like you're getting the smallest fraction of the game possible. And most people like that, I don't think actually last very long in the game either. To be honest. Like they don't seem to stick around.
Well, it's like your story of you said you found some people playing the park, and they were playing the park as a group, and they weren't like reading anything. They were just kind of speeding their way through the park, and then they got to the end, and they're like, "Wait, what? Wait, what happened? Wait, what's going on?"
So there's a newer streamer, at least to me. They may stream other stuff, but they're streaming Secret World, so I found them. And they also went to play. I think they're going to play Moons. They went to play the park. I caught them. I caught their stream literally at the end, like this scene. Like,
oh no. Okay.
Like literally, I come in and like it's this of the park. Like, oh, I found you at the end, and like the end of that. If you've been, which I think was clear, they were paying attention. It's very like heavy.
It hits you, yeah.
Like yeah, you can tell. Like you know, you're like, God damn.
And I mean, you could kind of see it coming, but it hits you.
Yeah,
if
even
you've
with
been paying attention.
I think most of the time you're like, no, come on, no, like right?
Yeah,
like because it's pretty clear if you're reading stuff way earlier.
What happens?
It's pretty clear that there's some messed up shit going on, right? That you are not the good guy.
But then even though it has because it keeps showing the boogeyman, it keeps showing the spirit of the park, basically the spirit that haunts the park. And he's there, but it's made very clear, like oh, it's the evil, there's an evil here, it's like it's a spirit evil, but in the end it's kind of like, yeah, but I'm not the one. I'm not the be like, yeah, I'm bad, but I ain't doing this. And that's where it gets you. That's where it really hits you, because you're always thinking it's sort of not a bait and switch, if you will, but it's like
you feel like it might be like not like it might be the boogeyman's fault, right?
Right, yeah.
But I think if you're paying attention, like early on, you figure out that it's not.
Yeah.
Right, because early on there's suspicious stuff going on. It's pretty. I won't say it's clear, but like there's some like
it is murky.
There's some like multiple personality or like schizophrenia going on. They're like it became clear to me, at least pretty early, that
but the park is a good horror title. Good game to play this time of year. You can finish it in a night. You can finish it.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Even if you read everything, it doesn't take that long. It's a couple of hours or something, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you can still complete a long playthrough in one night. It's not the end of the world.
But it is dark as shit.
But it is dark, yes. It will leave an impression.
If it doesn't leave an impression, there might be something wrong with you. I don't think that would be normal. Oh, Hide and Shriek. That's true. Hide and Shriek is cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else to play against.
It might be popping.
Yeah.
Or you might end up playing against Andy and get your butt handed to you.
Dude, well, yeah, because he plays a goddamn thing like it's fucking Call of Duty or some shit. It's like, holy shit, man.
So the park is currently $12.99 on Steam.
Is Hide and Shriek the one that's free?
Hide and Shriek is free, though, yeah. Hide and Shriek is free to play. And that's the first time we saw Spinosaur.
Yeah.
Was in the advertisements for that.
As both her and Andy were in there.
Yeah, because they recorded them for the playthrough, right? Like for like the reactions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was some good stuff. I remember playing. I actually played Tilty on stream, on a Funcom stream. And I think Tilty beat Andy. And just FYI, Tilty did beat me as well. Like that should come as no surprise.
I mean, they did design the game, so I mean, it's not.
but I didn't get shut out. He was shutting out everyone. Like Tilty was shutting out everyone, and I managed to not get shut out. So I called that
a trailer right now.
Oh, nice. That shit does get you too. Like, I feel like that's a game that should see a resurgence around this time of year. Because they did last year. Yeah, it's such a. It is really cool. It's really freaky. It's fun to play with friends.
So, or if you just want to create 2 accounts, you can play against. You can farm the.
That's what I did.
You can farm the story bits that they put in there.
Well, I actually paid because this was before it was free to play. I bought 2 copies back in the day to play against myself to unlock all the lore pages. Because I mean, look, there's teenage Kirsten Geary lore in there.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not worth 2 copies of a game, I don't know what is. Plus, even when it came out, it wasn't like it was that expensive.
No.
While you're Frunk, I don't know what Frunk is. Are you Frunk?
Are you Frunk right now? I'm Frunk right now.
What the Frunk you talking about?
I just crashed again. What? I've been encountering a couple weird bugs. This one is I found that if I open up, sometimes I'll open up the abilities window and everything is blank.
Oh, that is actually a memory issue.
Yeah.
You might have an actual memory issue.
Might. Possible. But this is the only game that the memory issue is actually showing up in.
My StreamYard tab is not responding, but it should still be good. All of my edge.
Are we still live? Did we turn off? I don't have the stream up. I just have the StreamYard up. I can go check.
There, hold on.
Yep.
All right. I'll just wait till the program responds.
We're doing it live.
Or not.
Did stream crash? Oh, maybe it did.
No, it doesn't look like it. I'm looking at it on Twitch. It looks fine.
I don't know.
Clinty, are you just trolling?
Yeah,
son of a bitch. Goddamn Canadians.
At least I do it. At least I do it kindly.
Yeah. Sorry.
So yeah, so that's what's going on in the secret world. We had Blodwedd Mallory on earlier. She had to leave because she just got a new dog, a new puppy, literally like an hour before she came on the show to talk to us. Everything happens at the same time, right? But she has a new book out. It's her 5th book in her series, The Unofficial Legends of the Secret World. Go check it out on Amazon for pre-order. It comes out next week, which I always love them. Like, they're just fun. They're just fun reads. You're supporting somebody who really is a big fan of Secret World and who is putting out good stuff.
And they might make good Christmas gifts.
Indeed.
I think it looks like Ember's asleep.
I'm not asleep.
Looks like I'm asleep.
It got real quiet. I don't know what Mikey was doing, and then your eyelids are like down here.
Well, I'm looking down at.
You're just like. So yeah, I think we're ending. We're ending.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Before
Good time is Eddie. Before we all just pass out.
I might have to actually force close these windows to end the stream.
That's all right. Agents, this has been the 0 Point Report, strain 30-SHC. Made that same mistake earlier. You can catch us recording live every other Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on the 0 Point Report Twitch channel, where you could also join us and chat with us while we do the show live, or download our show wherever podcasts are found so you can listen to us on the go. Jimmy, where can we find you online?
Everywhere. JimmyTheRabbit.com, Twitch TV / Jimmy the Rabbit, YouTube.com / Jimmy the Rabbit, Twitter at one Jimmy the Rabbit. So like kill that other person that stole the goddamn name from me. Like Kalimi says, anywhere there's alcohol.
Anywhere there is alcohol,
I will show up.
True.
Ember, where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me pretty much everywhere as well. Schrodenberg.com. Here on Twitch, or also on Facebook Gaming, YouTube, Trovo. You can find me everywhere. Twitter is at Schrodenberg.
That's right. Quickly look behind you. There's Ember. And I'm Ocho, and you can find me both on Twitter and here on Twitch at Big Mikey Ocho. You can get in touch with us by engaging with the show on Twitter at 0 Point Report, emailing us at the 0pointreport@gmail.com, checking out previous shows on our YouTube channel, and joining us on our Discord server, both named the 0 Point Report. From all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the secret world. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Now I have to do this the hard way.
Did you see my note, Ember?
Yeah, I can't do that. No.
No, you can't. You can do it just from the Twitch.
I can't.
From the chat?
Everything is warped. All my edge tabs.
All your browser windows are screwed?
Yeah.
Can I do it from the...
I think we all should be able to do.
Wait, hold on. I think I can do it. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, okay. There we go. I started the raid. So once we raid, then you can kill everything.
Okay.
Raiding someone playing Moons of Madness.
Ooh, okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye. In task.
Now, if only someone was streaming Secret World. Well, no one streams Secret World.
You scared the crap out of them.